I'm on. Okay. Okay. Hi everyone. All right, I'm in the car. This is the first time I am live streaming. Second time overall, but first time in the car on my phone. I've never live streamed from my phone. So let's see, can I even see the chat? Oh my goodness, hopefully I can see the chat. So I might not even be able to see the chat. Again, this is the first time I'm doing this. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. I don't have a microphone except my phone. So I'm in the car, I'm not driving, don't worry, I'm not driving. I actually, very impulsive decision to go to Toronto. You guys know that I had the live with you guys on Tuesday for the DC show. My post-concert depression though, I was still processing. Oh, I see chats. Okay, good. Oh, the sound is good. Okay, great. I see chats. Okay. I wasn't sure because again, this is for my phone. And so I'm like, how am I going to see you guys chatting and see your messages? Okay, good. And it's raining here too. So I was concerned over the rain, if you guys were going to be able to hear me. So Tuesday after the DC concert and I went live with you guys, it wasn't until like Tuesday night, maybe Wednesday morning, that my post-concert depression from Monday really hit me. Like I was breaking down. I was in shambles. I was so upset. I didn't know it was gonna hit me the way. Yes, I'll visit Chicago one of these days on a Stray Kids tour and we'll go together. But I didn't know I was gonna break down that way. But I think also for DC, it's not just post-concert depression for us, it's also like a trauma bond for DC stays, any DC stays that went. It's just an extra added layer of trauma besides just your normal regular post-concert depression. So, and as many of you know, my dad ended up in the hospital. I had to take my dad Tuesday actually to go to the hospital. My mom has Alzheimer's, and whenever anything happens to my dad, my mom's Alzheimer's just kind of flares up. And so I was dealing with all of that on top of my post-concert depression. My dad's doing well, my mom's doing better, my dad's back home, everything was good. I made sure that they were going to be good for if I was going to do this Toronto trip. Ironically through Threads, I met a stay through Threads, and we happened to just exchange numbers, and we were just kind of joking around because she went to DC too. And we were joking around about going to Toronto. It was literally just joking around, and I was like, all right, I'm packed, when do we leave? And the joke became very real very quick. I was like, I happened to just look up tickets hypothetically just to see maybe, you know, what are like the Canada to US conversion rate and all of that. I was just like, why not? Let's just look. Also my voice is like going because I was screaming so much last night. But I was like, let's just look. What's the harm in that? Ticket prices were like $17. Now, we didn't do a $17 ticket price because I was like, my experience in DC was just not obviously the best. I want some good ass seats. I happened to find I was sitting in section 105, so the lowest section possible without being on the floor, row 1. So there's 2 seats together, and the seats were like 128 for row 1, like front row seats for carts. So I was like, we gotta do it now. Like at that point I was like, fuck it, I'm going. And then I was like, wait, hold on, I can't like actually go until like all the pieces are connected, because I had to make sure it was gonna be okay with my husband, that, you know, we had a plan and set in place for my 2 kids, and that he'd be caring for them like all weekend without me. And with it being summer and them out of school, we were like, okay, what's gonna happen on Monday? Because I'm usually home with them and can tote them around to where they need to be. That was our only problem, was my son. Because my husband has to be at work at a certain time, and my son doesn't start camp until like 9 a.m. and I'm usually the one dropping him off. So I was like, shit, I can't go. we found a solution last minute, because my husband was like, well, how much are tickets? And I was like, section 1 or section 100, row 1, 128. And surprisingly, I thought he was gonna be like, but he was like, oh, that's really good. And I'm like, isn't it? That's really good. So right then and there, I knew he was like thinking, okay, because ironically earlier on Friday morning, I was joking around saying like, I so badly wish I could go to Toronto, because, you know, after this, they're gone, they're in Europe. And he was like, well, is your passport even good? And so him even saying, is your passport even good, is kind of like, are you kind of like giving me like sort of an okay? So that's when I was like, okay, this might be a thing. So finally we got everything set in motion. Everything was set in place, that the kids were going to be good, he was going to be good. And I legit started packing Friday night at like 11 midnight. Like, no joke, 11 p.m. midnight. I got up the next morning, and my goal is to leave at 10 a.m. I didn't leave until like 11 to go to Pennsylvania, where she lives. Drove to Pennsylvania, and then left my car there, and then she drove the rest of the way. So she's driving now. And she drove all the way to Toronto, and we got in Friday night around like 10:45, almost 11 p.m. Friday night. So that's how like quickly everything became very real. I think I'm still like not sure if I'm actually on this trip or not. It just all happened so fast. I mean, you know, the concert, it happened so fast. So the whole trip in general happened so fast. I know my husband, his birthday is on Saturday, guys. So I've got to make it like so super extra special, because of the fact that he was like good with it. And he knew like just how upset I was on Monday night and everything that happened, that he was just like, you know, if they were touring again, or if they had another concert, like I could say you could go. So I have to like do something so special for his birthday this weekend. So yeah, we came to Toronto, got in. I know, right? It happened so fast, because when you book these concerts or like get your tickets, you're used to preparing for months in advance. Like, I only had a couple months, because I, you know, didn't become stay or like start reacting until like early February, like January. So my even preparation for it was even shorter than your guys's, but still, like, it was like 2 months preparation for the DC concert. So you're prepping and like looking forward to it. We didn't have any time to look forward to it except like the car ride there. So it was just, yeah, like, and the stadium itself, I'm sure you guys probably have seen like clips already and pictures and everything. Oh, sorry, the toll pass, my seatbelt is like stuck. Okay, you're good. Okay. The stadium itself, so I had no issues. I knew there was like some people that had issues. My only biggest issue is literally you get off the subway station and it is a long, lengthy walk to get to the stadium. But all the staff were so nice. At least all the staff that I ran into, they were all so nice. They were patient with you. Like, I was like, how do you do the reader for the tickets? And he was just so nice. Like, bag checks went seamlessly and everything. Like, night and day experience than what we experienced in DC. But I would say I feel like any experience in DC compared to like what we experienced in DC is going to be eons better. We're stopping to get gas, so I think my expectations are already so super low because of what happened in DC, that anything was going to be better. But the weather was amazing. Now, yeah, there wasn't any shade. There was like hardly any shade, because this stadium it's like temporary. It was a temporary build. And so it's literally on the middle of like a runway, like old runway airport strip or something. So you can imagine the walk from the subway to just get to the stadium and inside. I mean, there's no, I'm sorry, here. Throw my garbage away, sorry. So there's no inside anywhere, like everything's like I mean, we did have porta potties. I mean, it kind of was like at a festival, when you feel like you're at a festival, like one of those like festival concert tours or something. That's kind of like the vibe you felt. But everything just went smoothly. The line, when you get to getting actually in, that took a while, but otherwise it was pretty seamless. I met some stays, like a couple stays came from Sweden, and I met some stays in Michigan. They're also nice. Oh my gosh, look at this freebie I got though too. Look at how funny this is. I know it's like mirrored. It says touch some grass. Isn't that so cute and funny? I was like, oh my God, I love it. I kind of wish like I'd gotten another one, but so the boys put on a really great show. Like I said, they went like right in front of us because we had like the carts were right in front of us. It goes by so quickly too, but it was weird because right in front of us there was this like huge like white, like they looked like storage containers, but they were, I think it was like covered seating, because there was people that were sitting like in front but lower, like on the ground lower, and that's what this like white covered seating area was. I'll show you guys, I'll like post pictures and do videos and stuff, like, so you'll be able to see, have a more of a better visual later. But so the carts weren't like as close as the other venues because of this push out, like kind of like right in front of us, but they were in a clear view, and we were kind of like a little bit higher than what their carts were. So they're like, I guess like they're kind of like their chest was maybe more in line with us. Oh, you can be my friend. Where are you? I'll come visit you. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna go bankrupt if I'm gonna like come and visit all my subs. Like, let's be real, so that's not like actual, realistically, I can't do that. But
you can fit 7.
Yeah. Leah goes, she can fit 7 in her van, so we could just do like, you know, a whole world tour, or at least United States tour. But yeah, so it was amazing how they went by so quickly with the carts. I will say it goes by so quickly because you're filming the first cart. You're like, okay, like the first cart's coming, let's go. And then you're still filming the first cart as it's like kind of taking off. And then you're like, oh shit, the second cart's like right here. So you kind of like feel like you almost sort of miss that second cart. And my only, like, where's the suggestion box for, you know, JYP? Because so BTS, I don't know how many of you might be ARMY. BTS kind of does it differently because they do the carts too. They do one cart on one side of the stadium and another cart on the other side of the stadium, and then they meet in the middle in the back, and then the members will switch carts, and then the other the members that were on the one side are on the other, and then so the carts like go back. And I like how they do that because then you get like focus on each cart by itself. So I want Stray Kids to do that next time, because the 2 carts back to back, it just went by so fast. But we got a lot of really great videos, a lot of really great pictures. Completely different experience because honestly, can you see? Sorry, I'm like,
yeah,
there's cars coming. Yeah. Sorry guys, I just don't want to get hit. I want to make it back in one piece. Because we're still in Canada. We haven't even crossed the border. I don't know. We might go to customs. You might see me like go into another country on this live. I don't know. But the guys were great. It was a very different experience seeing them be able to like actually enjoy themselves and yeah, the truck's waiting. Actually enjoy themselves and have fun and interact, and all the like the little banter that they do. We didn't get any of that in DC. They were legit just struggling for their lives and concerned over stays. They weren't their happy-go-lucky, excuse me, they weren't their happy selves in DC. So I'm just so glad that I got to witness that in like real time, like in the same space and area that they were. Fly over the UK. You know, I've never been to England. I would love to go someday because so my husband last week after the concert, he was actually like, oh man, like I kind of want to go to another concert. So I'm like, I'm doing it, you guys. I am turning him into like not just like a casual stay, but like a real life stay. So he was like, I kind of want to go to another Stray Kids concert again. I'm like, yeah, you do. And then he was like, where else are they touring? And that's when I said that, you know, yeah, it's Chicago and their last Toronto stop. You're in the DMV area? Oh my gosh, I'm in Northern Virginia. I'm not gonna say like everything because I don't know who's watching this shit. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna have stalkers or something. Honestly, like who the hell would want to stalk me? I'm like boring as fuck. So even if I did put like my whole address out there, people would be like, no, you're a waste of time. No, I'm in Northern Virginia though. Oh yeah, I mean, like, this was already impulsive as hell. I can't imagine going to the UK for that one. That would just be like, I don't know. I mean, it's like, I think the biggest difficulty is I've got 2 small kids. That's the biggest thing. I have a 4 and 7-year-old, and so they can't take care of themselves, obviously. That is the hardest, most difficult thing. If I didn't have kids, like, hell yeah, you bet your ass I'd be like all over. Yeah, I just went out. Yeah, I'm not crazy or anything. I just went to Canada. Thank God my passport was good because it does expire in January. So I need to be on top of that shit just in case I do just pull a let's go to Europe kind of thing. But it's funny because he was like, oh, next year though, like, are they touring next year? Maybe like we could like plan it out and like take a vacation to Europe when they're in Europe and go while we're on our vacation. And I was like, okay, but who would watch the kids? Like, there's a lot of logistics to figure out here, but like realistically too, more than likely you're gonna plan a Europe vacation earlier than when they would get like a scheduled tour out. Oh, your 12-year-old daughter's gonna have so much fun. Is she a big stay too? Or is she just kind of like a casual stay? You guys are gonna have so much fun because they go wild. Passports, yeah, I know, right? So, let's see. I don't know if you guys have seen some clips that have happened last night. I haven't had a chance to put anything out, and I didn't get this though either. Chan ran the whole freaking stadium, y'all, and I missed it. He jumped the barricade, no security guards. He ran the whole stadium, and I cannot believe I missed it. And then the funniest thing is they weren't like letting him back in, like, because the security guard that was blocking the gate didn't recognize him, and so they didn't let him back in until someone was like behind was like, no, that's Chan, let him back in. But I completely missed it. Like, he ran so fast, but also where we were sitting, since that white weird container seating area was below us, we wouldn't have seen him anyway when he passed. But so, and then there was like, this stadium again was like kind of like in the middle of nowhere. So there were actually, I think it was near Toronto airport, because there was a good amount of planes coming by, and that's when didn't we have like the screaming wars? We had like our like screaming wars for each section, and we were like group number 1. There was like 4 groups, and then group number 3 was on the opposite end, opposite of us, and so he had us like kind of battle it out. We were loud. I was screaming so loud that like it got to the point nothing was coming out because I was screaming so loud that I lost my voice. I completely lost my voice. And it was just funny how Chan was like, can you guys do better? And I think we did. And it seems like Chan thought we did, because he looked at like the other group 3 across from us, and was like, I don't think you guys did that great compared to group 1 did. I don't know. It was really funny. It was really cute. It was exciting. Yeah, like, I don't think so, buddy. Update, maybe someone will update this. Oh, on Chan running around. Yeah, I mean, there's clips on TikTok, and people are posting on Threads. I don't know about Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram in a little bit, but it's being, you'll find it. Like, I'm sure you could probably just Google it, or even put it in YouTube, like, because, you know, that's what Stray Kids does. There's a lot of clip content. But it was just so much fun. Like when they went on the carts, I honestly was blinded by their beauty that I don't know if they were actually ever looking at me. I don't think they were. Like it was great though, because I love, because they tend to like look up and above to like just give like people that are sitting farther away the attention that they deserve, just because they're so far back. And again, since we were row 1, I don't even know how many rows, but it went up like really high. Like I felt like I was on a stair stepper going up those steps or something. Unfortunately, I feel like on the second cart, because the first cart had Felix, Changbin, Hyunjin, and Sugmin, and then the second cart had Lino, Chan, why am I blanking? No, come on guys, Ian, and yeah, I said Chan. Why am I blanking? Who am I missing? Why am I so awful at this? Anyways, so the second cart, like I think literally Lino was the only one kind of like looking towards our section. The other 3 were looking on the floor, and I was like, no, my God. But thankfully Lino, at least, that's all that matters. Lino was like looking towards our section. But as far as like, okay, you know, on Monday, yes, Han. Well, yes, okay, Han, yeah,
yes.
yeah. Why did I?
Oh my God.
For some reason, I thought I said Han was on the first cart, but yeah, he wasn't.
What about Changbin?
Changbin was on the first cart.
And then Han had the second.
And so you know, on Mondays for DC's concert, Ian was bias wrecking the hell out of me. Well, I mean, he did a good job, but I'm proud. I am proud of Lino. I'm proud of my boy, because I think Lino held me this go around. I don't know what it is, because Lino looked freaking amazing. I don't know if you've seen, if you guys have seen clips of Lino or anything from last night's concert, but I think he got a haircut or something, and he was showing his full forehead and everything. His forehead was on full display. Like, he just looked good. He looked so good. He looked like a doll. Like, he didn't even look real. He looked so good. Oh, thank you. Maniac Lino vibes, yes. Ironically, like, I decided to go with purple because of Maniac Lino vibes, but also purple is BTS's fandom color, and when I got my hair dyed, it was right when they were coming back from the military, so it kind of like worked out that way. But Lino's hair and his just overall look on last night was just, yeah. And I don't know if it was because it was the last stop of North America. He was doing his thing, and he just looked good doing it, and I can't stop smiling just thinking about it. Oh my gosh. Yes, I saw that he was Gucci ambassador. That happened. I think they put out that announcement literally as we were walking back, like as we were coming back to our hotel. I saw that, like a few of you all actually sent that to me on Instagram, and one of my other Stay friends that I met at DC texted it to me. So I was getting it from like left and right, and so I'm like happy you guys are keeping me in the know if I'm missing anything. But I was so excited and happy for him. Maybe like just the Gucci announcement in itself, he was just kind of like, oh, it's coming, because they knew it was coming. They like timed that perfectly and everything. So it was just really exciting to see that. And then him posting on Bubble was it last night or was it this morning, his cats and everything. And I just want to be one of his cats so I can like sit in his lap. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I'm really proud of him too. Like, honestly, I know there were a lot of people that were like saying that Lino doesn't want to do something like that or model, or I don't know what all the speculation was, but I'm one of those that I'm not gonna speculate or assume unless it comes like from their own mouth or I hear it from like a good source. But you look at him and it like, he just screams Gucci. I don't know. It's just, it fits perfect. It fits so perfectly. But Cinema, I cried. I cry every time I hear that song. I mean, not so much like just when I'm listening to it, but live it hits so differently. I cry, it never fails. I cry every single time I hear Cinema, and the way Sugmin like belts out those vocals, Lino belts out those vocals, and of course Sugmin's the one that's always really talking through whenever like they're not singing but they're explaining something with the song or what have you, or talking to us and he's just like singing it or whatever. It just makes me like bawl and cry. I get so in my feels. It's such a special song. I mean, even in my reaction video, I know I cried in my reaction video. So to hear it live and hear it through like all the acoustics and like through the stadium, and you see like the light sticks light up and everything, it's just such a special moment, and like to be sharing it with everyone too. Yes, like hopefully you find your name. They scroll by like so quickly. And I think like for me personally, obviously not Toronto, but like even DC, I think I was like too late to the game that I couldn't even put my name in, because I know they do that like pretty early. So I know my name wasn't on there, unfortunately. But Cinema made me cry, and then like Lonely Street's another one that like really gets me in my feels. I love that song so much. Cover Me, of course. I know y'all, I know I like haven't reacted to Cover Me or anything. I know there's like no music video to that anyway or whatnot, but I haven't reacted to performances. But you know, things are gonna get spoiled out of my hands or out of my control. And so the first time I actually heard Cover Me was at the DC concert, and I was like, after the DC concert, I was just like, okay, add to playlist. And it's been not the same since. Like that song, especially Sumin and Chan belting out, holy shit, like it was just sadly you can't go on to a concert. I'm sorry. I know and like, let me just say, I know I'm super lucky to be even like having the second chance to go to Toronto. Let me tell you, I kind of had and have like survivor's guilt in a way, because of the fact that of what I experienced at DC. Not, again, personally not me, but just seeing it all around and hearing other people's stories like that I personally know. And like second chance to go to Toronto. I honestly was so into the DC concert. I was like scared to tell her. I was really scared to tell her, because I know like we like cried to each other like later, like Wednesday, Thursday, that because we were just post-concert depression and the trauma from Monday and everything. So I know she was like really in her feelings, and I was so scared to like tell her, but I was like, she's gonna find out though. I need to like let her know. And I mean, thankfully she was like really happy for me, but I know that's not the same with all DC stays, because it's going to be a different experience what they experienced on Monday. I even know some DC stays that it's really sad, and I kind of relate to this. They couldn't even listen to Stray Kids music because it was so triggering. They oh my gosh, I don't want to like start crying right now just thinking about it, but that's like how like upsetting Monday the DC concert was for us on Monday, because I even had trouble listening to some songs. Maniac was very triggering for me, partly because Maniac was their last song that they sang at DC, and they basically said we'll be back, like they took their break, and they never came back. They never came out. So Maniac, I refuse to listen to Maniac. I mean, now I can, but like Maniac I could not listen to because it was just such a triggering song for me. And just in general, a lot of this of the music, and that's kind of partly why I haven't like posted or uploaded to YouTube any videos, because it's hard for me to like not like, again, I feel like Toronto gave me the closure I needed, but prior, like last week, and I mean obviously everything going on with my parents too, I couldn't take the time to sit down and film or edit. There's no fucking way I'm gonna like film some Stray Kids content and just be in like a crappy down mood. So I knew I couldn't film, and even editing I just couldn't do anything. So I really just like had to take a step back from that all last week, and I'll be able to like do more this week, so you know, don't worry. But so I get it for the DC stays that, you know, they just kind of need to like take a little bit of a step back, and how some of this can be like really triggering for them. I've heard from a few DC stays though that they've slowly been able to listen to more, so that's really good, and glad that people are healing. It's just, you know, sometimes it takes other people a little bit longer, especially like based on like what, you know, they experience themselves. But yes, Toronto was very healing for me. I'm so glad I got to do this. I know how lucky I am because yeah, it was that quick. Late Friday night, I didn't go to sleep until 3:30, y'all. Like Friday night, I didn't go to sleep till 3:30 in the morning, and then yeah, woke up like 5 hours later. So I was tired. I think I'm gonna sleep a lot this week. I don't know. So but anyway, it was just so much fun, and like I really hope that I'll be able to meet more of you. It's been so much fun, like just doing these past 2 concerts and being able to meet like some stays that like either like follow me on YouTube or even follow my other social media platforms. It's been such a really great experience. So I really hope to meet some more of you. Like I'm really an open book, and I'm really easy to like talk to. So reach out if you guys want. I'm like looking to meet more stays, make more stay friends. I love just like chatting with you guys and everything. So okay, I think we're about to go through customs, so I think this is probably a good place to end my live. But I love you guys so much, and yeah, like I said, I'm gonna get back on the YouTube train, and Skiz Code 8 and 9 are my top priority to get that to you guys out. So hopefully by Wednesday. But not gonna lie, I have a lot of like normal work to go back to. I have a lot. I took more days off than I planned. So anyways, all right, I love you guys, and take care. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.